Hi, thank you for joining us. Today I have Carolyn Duncan with Duncan Legal with us, and she has done family law and estate planning for many years. I'll let her tell you a little bit about herself.
Hi, I'm Carolyn Duncan. I am the owner attorney of Duncan Legal. And yes, I've been doing this a really long time, 28 years. I have a background in family law and estate planning, but over the last few years, I've focused more on the estate planning because that's more of my passion. But having that background allows me to deal with couples that are getting married and maybe a second marriage, or couples with young children, just all those different areas. It just kind of brings it all together, knowing potential pitfalls.
Exactly. You've got such great experience, and I've enjoyed working with you. You know, recently I had a situation come up. I met a friend who she's about my age, mid 50s, and she was kind of counting on some sort of an inheritance from her dad. And what had happened is her dad had gotten, divorced from her mom and remarried later in life. And it turns out once the dad passed away, the new wife and her children ended up receiving all of his assets, and my friend got nothing from his estate. And I've actually heard this more than once, and I want to see if you can share with us a little bit of information on how we might be able to forewarn or protect people, and so they can look ahead and have what they really want their kids to get, some of their assets, even in a second marriage.
Sure. I deal with this quite a bit, in which it is a second marriage. And usually the couple are coming to me because they want a joint trust. They're doing their estate planning. And so when there are children of separate marriages involved, I always discuss with them, well, it's called a Clayton election, but that we can say wife wants to leave her investment account to her children, husband wants to leave a rental house to his children. And if they agree to the Clayton election, then let's say wife dies first, husband cannot change the trust to take that investment account away from wife's children. It will flow down to the children. And it works the same way for the wife. She can't change it such that the rental house or the proceeds from the rental house won't go to the children. But it only works when they're in agreement on this, because it is a very specific thing that they agree, I'm signing this document and I agree I'm not going to make changes even though my wife has died. But it's a very useful tool. And when you talk to people that are getting married a second time, it's very important. They want to take care of those children. And they want to make sure that they get that and that their spouse is not able to take that away. So it's a conversation I have very often with clients, especially on second remarriages. I even have the same conversation with people that it's their first marriage, but hey, what if? And so
that's great information. I mean, I wonder, is it hard to change? Would both parties then have to sign to make some kind of amendment later? I mean, do you ever see that? I mean, it just seems like it's all too often that people have, that they just, the things that they thought were going to happen with the inheritances don't. And it becomes.
I have done it to where we agreed that the money would go to the children and that it would not be changed. However, we did put in a caveat that said it could only be changed if the children agreed to the change.
Oh, good idea. So all the children of that generation?
Oh, right. It really is providing options to people. And if you can describe where you're trying to go with it, I can usually give you options for it. Because the reason that couple chose that was they said, well, what if we need to go into a nursing home and we don't have access to the money? And so it's like, well, we could do it this way. And that's how we wrote that in, of saying, yeah, if the children agree, then you can use this investment account to do what you need to do. So
that's great. That's a great tool. And I just encourage people to look into this, do your research. This is just so important. And when it's too late, then it's too late. So you really have got to get ahead of it. So Carolyn, how could people get a hold of you if they wanted more information or just wanted to talk about a basic estate plan?
Sure. Well, we're located in Centennial, so we're just north of the Centennial Airport. Our phone number is 303-394-2358. You can get a hold of us by email, Carolyn@DuncanLegal.com, and that's Carolyn @DuncanLegal. Or you can look on our website. We've got a contact me page, and that's www.duncanlegal.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. I enjoyed being here.